Good morning, everybody in Periscope, LinkedIn, Google+, Twitter, and everyone out there that has an opportunity to see this video. Thank you for your time, your energy, your opportunity for me to join me at this moment and being present to talk a little bit about having breadth for depth. And why is it important to have breadth for depth? Well, looking at your vision in life, one thing we have to keep in mind about our vision is that we have to think of our vision and ourselves as if we are at the top of a mountain peak, or even better, to be at the top of the world, looking down upon the world, looking down upon what's down there, what we've left, and what we see ourselves as. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, to have a vision that is higher than the ordinary person is going to clash with people's inability to understand your vision, because they rely on playing life safe. They rely on fear. They rely on worry. They rely on the ideas of making you believe that you're abnormal when you're actually normal. And the truth of the matter is that when you have a vision of yourself so high, you're actually not scared. You're not even worried, let alone are you fearful, because you know what you want. You know why you want it, and you're going after it, no matter what it takes. That's what separates the good from the great, the winners from the average, the people who are playing life safe, and for those that are playing life to be extraordinary. It's all about perspective. Your vision has to be deep, your vision has to be wide, and your vision has to allow you to understand that as much as you're this high up, there is no fear, there is no worry. Because you are meant to do this. You are custom made to have this vision. You are custom made to put together a process that allows you to meet this need, to meet this expectation, and to go after it with a sense of purpose and vigor and passion in order for you not just to maximize your potential, but to give you something to strive for that is outside of the ordinary or is outside of the status quo. When you're able to clash with the status quo, it lets you know that you're growing. It tells you that you're going in the right direction. When you have people doubting you, it's a reference point for you to say, keep on keeping on. When you have people trying to find fault in what you're doing, it's another reference point for you to realize that you're doing what works for you and you're doing what's best for you. When you have people that are manipulating you or trying to find fault in your idea, or as you're making progress to continue to find fault in something that's personal about you, you're doing the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been there more than once. I understand what it means for people to find fault in me, to question my integrity, to question my my whole existence. I understand that. I can't be giving you honest information if I don't have a reference point myself, because truthfully, people want evidence that is a reflection of what they have to say. They just don't want anybody just to say anything. So my idea of having enough breadth to give you depth is something that I've been using for many years now. And there's an art to it, because the art around having enough breadth to give you depth is to develop enough reasons to do what you want to do. In life, there are most people who are not even focusing on their passion, their dreams, what they want to accomplish, because they're afraid of having the breadth to give them depth. They're afraid of what people are going to say. They're afraid of the outcome. They're actually afraid of being successful to some degree. And they're afraid of people. What is there to be honestly afraid of, ladies and gentlemen? There is no fear. I've heard it said that we are born with two types of fears. We are born with the fear of a loud sound and the fear of falling. All other fears we learn. So if there is truth to that, then what is there to be really scared of? It's all based upon what we've programmed ourselves to believe to be fearful of. We can't be afraid of people. We can't be afraid of what people think. We can't be afraid of having enough breadth to give us depth in order for us to discover our passion, fulfill our purpose, and maximize our potential. We can't be afraid of it. We have nothing to lose. What makes it a unique challenge for people, and for most people, is that they have to be able to work within the confines of their own strengths, their own talents, their own skills, their own potential, instead of trying to define their skills, talents, and potentials and strengths based on other people, based on what people have said about them. Oh, you have great potential. You have great talent. You have this thing about you. That's great that you can say that, but it's one thing to say it to someone, and it's another for them to actually believe it, know it, and then take action behind it. So you can't allow people's perspective about you to define who you are. You can't allow people's ability to say that they see something good in you to make it seem like that's what you're supposed to do. Because people can see some great things in you, but it might not even be your calling. It might not even be what you are on this earth for. But you're going to do it because everybody else is saying you should do it. You have to watch out for those type of things. You have to watch out for that type of mentality, that type of communication, that type of information. Because what we have to do with information today is we have to process the information enough as if it's going to meet our needs, right? It's like when you have a meal. I wouldn't want to give you your favorite meal and then serve it on top of a garbage pail. I'd want to give it to you in a clean presentation, in a great format that you can sit down and enjoy your meal. A lot of people are not enjoying their meal of their passion, their purpose, their potential, or even going through the process to discover those things because they're relying on what others have said. They're relying on the status of something. They're relying on the credentials that are needed to feel fulfilled. They're allowing themselves to feel that they can rely on the income or money to give them that sense of peace and happiness. But those things dwindle away over time, and this is why we're seeing people becoming more disappointed, more sad, more upset, more angry, more frustrated with doing a job today. Because they're not doing what they love. They're ultimately not doing what they're created to do. They're doing what works instead of doing what's right. Ladies and gentlemen, take this opportunity to understand, to develop your breath to give you depth. And once you have that in place, take it to the next level. Don't hide from it and don't shy away from it. Run towards it, make it happen for your life, because at the end of the day, when you look in the mirror, that's the only person you have to answer to. And that person is going to either hold you back or make you great. Have an awesome day.